Hi, so today I am going to show you how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Now, I thought everybody in the world knew how to make these, but I have seen videos of other how-to videos where people are trying to like freeze little pieces of peanut butter and put it in the freezer, and that process seems ridiculous. And then recently in one of my Dave Ramsey Facebook groups, I saw a guy who he posted about how he was, Dave would be proud. He's eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for dinner, and posted a picture of his sandwich, and it was probably the ugliest sandwich I've ever seen. I thought, you know what? No wonder people don't like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They don't know how to make them and how easy it can be to make. So background on my skills as a peanut butter and jelly maker. My husband has probably eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day for lunch since we've been married for over 10 years, and I make that every morning for him. Sometimes he eats two. And then my two boys follow in their daddy's footsteps, but they eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for breakfast and sometimes for lunch, and if I let them, they eat them for dinner. So I frequently make like over 10 sandwiches in a day, and I usually plan ahead and make them all at once in the morning. So tonight our dinner is peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We're going to have a picnic. That's a really great tip if you just don't feel like cooking dinner or you need a little change of scenery. We like to have picnics, and so I make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, some chips, take some apples, and you can go anywhere. Even in the winter, we sometimes pack up in our van and we'll go look at Christmas lights. So it's super easy way to make sandwiches. But like I said, since apparently I have skills that I didn't know, hidden talent about making sandwiches, I'm going to teach you how to make a lot of sandwiches really quick. So it starts with the proper stuff. So peanut butter, name brand does not matter. Store, like Jif does spread a little bit easier, but I haven't ever, it's not enough to spend more on name brand. So this is just my Aldi peanut butter. Now this is a very important step. This is actually jam. I call it peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but you have to have jam. Jelly does not spread. Jelly just makes clumps. Jam spreads. Aldi, where I do most of my grocery shopping, does not carry jam, so I go to Food Lion to get my jam, and I'll buy several jars at once. Another thing about jam, some stores charge more for jam. Like Walmart, sometimes I've seen jam as much as $1 more than jelly, but Food Lion, jam and jelly are always the same price, so you have to have jam. A basic butter knife, and then a sharper knife if you're going to cut your sandwiches. My family likes theirs cut in triangles, except for my daughter who likes hers in a square, and my kids don't like crust, so I cut the crust off the sandwiches. And then any bread. The bread really doesn't matter. If you want to be a really snob about your sandwiches, you like to have one without the like crease in it, but I like my 97-cent Aldi wheat bread. Alright, so we do kind of an assembly line here. So tonight, there's going to be 5 of us eating sandwiches. So I need 10 pieces of bread. Let's see, 4, 5. A hint on heels. If you have family members who don't eat the heels of the bread, what you can do is make this the peanut butter side and put it together like that, and then when you cut the crust off, nobody will know you are feeding them the heels. Alright, so I lay, let's move this down, all my bread out and flip it open. So I got one big line of bread, and I get my peanut butter, and I start by just putting kind of a blob of peanut butter on the sandwiches, and alright, that'll be good. Now my daughter only likes peanut butter sandwiches, and she knows if your knife accidentally touched the jelly. So after I do her peanut butter one, I always close hers up so I don't forget to accidentally put jelly and put jelly on it. Alright, so then you still have peanut butter in your knife, and you just sort of go down the line I still have peanut butter. I go to the next blob, spread it out. And since, you know, I'm a professional, it usually comes out just about right. So this one had a lot of peanut butter on it, and you'll see this one had none, so I just kind of take the extra, make it nice and even, and there you go. Alright, then I go to any of my jelly breads and I wipe my knife off because I don't like to get more than one knife dirty, but I also don't like to put peanut butter into my jelly. My jam, it's jam. Alright, so then I do the same thing. I take it, I kind of put a blob here, blob there, and I usually leave the last one empty for the extra. And then you can see how nice the jam spreads around. Not too much, or else it makes a big squishy mess when they bite into it. I put just enough to coat it, get the extra off. There's a big blob, so I'll stick that on that one. There we go. And my last piece of bread. Perfect. Wipe my knife off because it never fails. You'll drop your knife and then you get jelly on the floor. So, wipe my knife off. Then I shut all my little sandwiches. Alright. Then I start with my daughter's because she, like I said, just likes peanut butter and will know if my knife has touched a jelly sandwich and then her peanut butter sandwich. So you want to have not a bread knife. You want a knife, whatever this kind of knife is called, and you want the blade to be same size as your sandwich or a little bigger. The reason not to use a butter knife, or I mean a bread knife, is the serrated part will get all clogged up in the peanut butter. If your family doesn't care about cutting them in half or crust on, crust off, then you are done right here. But my family, my kids like their crust cut off. Yes, I should make them eat their crust, but they don't eat it, and if I don't cut the crust off, they waste so much sandwich trying to avoid touching the crust. It's not worth it. So then you just go around, spin the sandwich, cut the crust off, set it aside. She doesn't like hers cut in triangles, so I leave it there. Alright, then this will be one of my boys. Go around, cut the crust off, make a triangle, set it aside. Another one of my boys, go around, cut it in a triangle. Then my husband and I, we just have ours cut in triangles. Set it aside, cut in a triangle. And then since we're going on a picnic, I'll go ahead and pack them. So I stick them all in one little container. Mine's pretty much on the bottom because I'm the last to eat, then my husband. Then I put the boys' sandwiches in and stack hers on top. Now with all these pieces of crust, you can throw them away, but that's wasteful. I compost some of them, but my dog loves bread and peanut butter. It's his favorite treat. So I actually save these and we give them to him as dog treats. He's on a special diet where he's got to eat green beans for dinner, and so I mix some of this in with his dinner. Now, before I get comments about how you should not feed your dog grapes and grape jelly, I know, but as you can see, there's only a teeny tiny sliver of jelly on each of these crusts, and my dog said he loves bread. He's been known to, if I leave bread on the counter, eat the entire loaf, including the plastic bag. So I'm honestly not worried about a sliver of jelly with him. Alright, so that is how to make a whole lot of peanut butter and jellies really fast. If you wanted to, you could freeze them, but they don't taste as good frozen. So, assembly line, line them up. I thought this was common knowledge, but maybe you learned something today. I will be sure to show you and share the videos of the lady making the crazy frozen peanut butter slices and the really, really ugly peanut butter and jelly sandwich that put me over the edge. I even showed it to my son and he thought that was the most ridiculous thing ever. Alright, so thanks for watching my how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.